In forgotten canyons, far from the law, Colombia's new marijuana boom has taken root. We know we're doing harm to society, but this is the only thing that gives us an income, because ordinary food crops are worth nothing, he says. A farmhand listens to love songs on the radio as he strips marijuana buds from dried stalks. Those sounds and the smell are about as sweet as life gets in this corner of southwest Colombia. Peasant farmers say they're not getting rich growing pot, just getting by. I earn just enough to feed my family, send the kids to school and pay for clothes. I don't have gold chains or fine cars, he says. It's a world where women cook as drugs dry in the kitchen rafters, where horses plod home, weighed down with fresh-picked marijuana. Once it's dried, the cheapest variety sells for around $4 a kilogram. That's about twice the price of coffee, the only other viable cash crop here. Now, around here, they call this variety of marijuana creepy or kryptonite. Normally it's grown in greenhouses or even hydroponically, and they say that it's up to 3 times stronger than other varieties of marijuana. It's also much more expensive. Back in the 70s, Colombia exported its marijuana to the US. Now, according to the DEA, Colombia is emerging as a major supplier to Europe. Outside this mud brick shack, a farmhand compresses his latest crop into 12 kilogram or 25-pound bales. What they've got to do now is pack it up, tape it up, and then the hard part comes, and that's where the added value, a lot of the added value comes, is because they've got to figure out some way of smuggling it out from the hills and down to market. Despite expanding markets, peasants here have just put a proposal to the government. They say they're ready to tear up marijuana in return for farm subsidies, low-interest loans and better roads to transport legal produce to market. We're ready to voluntarily substitute our drug crops on a gradual basis if the government invests in our communities and in the region, he says. Previous government crop substitution programs have been small-scale and largely unsuccessful. The government continues to insist peasants should destroy drug crops immediately, not gradually. If there's no deal, farmers worry things could get more violent. Firefights like this occur almost daily as the army pours troops into these hills. The mission, first to fight FARC guerrillas who operate here and tax the drug trade. Then, once the terrain is secure, to begin wiping out drug crops by force. Peasant leaders, though, say force is not the answer. The government has money for war, but if there was no war, they could invest in health, education and farm subsidies, he says. For now, though, growing marijuana remains the surest strategy for survival. Carl Penhall, CNN, Cauca Province, Colombia.